Word on the street is you're kind of a really popular barista in your area. That's what I've heard anyway. I don't.
Yeah, I get a lot of people that come into my shop, and every single time they run into any other employee, it's like, "Hey, can we have Diego come out and make my drink?"
No.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I feel
we we've never had a guest on the podcast before that I think we know as little about as you, Diego.
oh,
I
okay.
which I think speaks
You're like a
volumes
mystery.
I
because
like that.
when I saw your content, I was immediately like, I like this guy because you just have so much energy and like you put so much passion into like your stream and everything and just like all the content that you create. It was like it definitely sticks out. So props to you, I
Dude,
guess, in
I
that regard.
seriously appreciate that, man. I wish I could take
I,
all the credit, but I got an amazing guy that edits about like 70 to 90% of our videos. You guys probably know him, Scientist Brendan. Dude is
I know
phenomenal.
him.
So
I live with, well, not with him, but in the same town. I don't know. Goatus has probably seen him around though.
Sign?
nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Science.
yeah. He's super
Yeah, he's
cool.
dope. Love Sign.
Yeah, awesome dude. Awesome dude.
He's in.
I watched your last VOD that was up, and literally in the first like 18 seconds of it, I was like, this guy more energy in 18 seconds than I'll do in 4 hours of a podcast. I was like, this is unreal.
Dude, I love it. It's interesting. The only bad thing is I don't know how to stop the energy. So like my roommates got to deal with it 24/7, and they enjoy it in the mornings, but at nights it's like, dude, please, I just need you to. You're at a 14. I need you to bring it down to an 8. Pretty please, pretty please.
That's literally something that I wrote on here. Is that because like if I were talking to Goatus and Goatus like he was having a bad day and he told me to screw
Right.
off, I'd probably be like, it's just Goatus, like. But if I were talking to you and you told me to screw off, I'd be like, dude, are you good? Like, I don't know.
Thanks.
No,
I see where I rate around here.
no, it's just because like I don't know, people have bad days sometimes, and sometimes they'll tell you to
Yeah,
screw
no.
off, and I don't think Diego would ever be the guy to tell you to screw off. It
Yeah,
just,
Yeah, I
like-
love people too much, man. I think I have a genuine addiction to talking to people.
that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Good.
It's not.
So
As long
it's
as
a
you use
good
it good.
Yeah.
Um,
Unlike Jordan, who uses his powers to talk to people for evil.
Oh, speaking of Jordan, I had to warn you. So you're from Texas, right, Diego?
Well, I'm from New York City, but I've lived in Texas for the past 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
We have a buddy who lives in San Antonio.
What?
He's a serial killer. We don't want to want that. No, you want to stay away.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Oh, man.
So his
Whoa,
name,
okay.
his name in chat is Highland26. We call him Jordan.
Dordan, got it.
Yeah. So just be careful because he's a murderer.
Especially if you have a
Dordan,
sister.
It is awesome to meet you. Hopefully we can grab a coffee sometime, you know? What? I'm
Oh,
okay.
what?
I believe
I'm
you, man.
okay.
I believe you.
No, if you want a sister, you want to keep her away from him too. But he's always asking about the sisters. How are you doing though? Have you been doing anything cool this week, or like what have you been up to?
It's been a busy week. We've been working double shifts almost every single day for the past 4 days.
Okay.
Today though, the boss was like, dude, take a day off, enjoy. So we got a haircut because I know I was gonna be on your podcast, and
Okay.
I had to
You're going all
I had
out.
to make sure I looked decent for it. You know what I mean? I looked a little homeless before today, just saying.
No, I respect that. I respect that. You work as a barista, right?
I do. Coffee barista. Make coffee for people all day and talk to them all day. It's a gorgeous job.
Isker is our other.
Yeah, do you know
I
Isker?
know. Yeah, I've talked to Isker a few
Have
times.
you talked to
I
Isker?
love
Isker's
him.
great. I
Dude,
love
he's
Isker.
so awesome.
I'm gonna
Super
run away and
genuine.
marry Isker one day for sure. Like,
We're gonna have some
Yeah.
competition, man. You can be
That's
the best man.
Yeah.
okay, that's cool.
You'll have like a coffee off or something. Like you gotta make.
Yeah,
I'm
your
not
own
gonna be
coffee.
able. I'm not gonna be able to compete with Diego. So
I talked to him. I was like, dude, when we meet, we will have a coffee off. I want to get down with you on the latte art. That's gotta happen.
That's awesome. Word on the street is you're kind of a really popular barista in your area. That's what I've heard anyway. I don't.
Yeah, I get a lot of people that come into my shop, and every single time they run into any other employee, it's like, hey, can we have Diego come out and make my drink?
No.
Yeah, and I feel so bad. I'm like, wait, I promise they're just as good as me. And they're like, yeah, but you do something to my coffee that's special. Honestly, like, it's not even that I'm great. It's just I love talking to people. So I'm down to talk with them all day long and be like, look, what can I do to make your coffee better? And they just sit there and like, let me know. So
Snooey. I'm
Skippy,
assuming.
by the way, is quoting an excellent line from Zach and Mary Make a Porno. It's A great movie if you guys haven't seen it with Seth Rogen.
Seth
Oh,
Rogen.
Seth Rogen, that's a must watch. I love the dude.
It's
He's awesome.
hilarious. Such a hilarious.
Can I get a coffee in black? Can't you see we talking white?
My chat rules say that anybody who talks in chat is officially dating me, so I'm assuming Snewy is under 18. I should update the chat rules. We are not pedos. We do not support that.
With your rules, I have to call you pedos. Okay.
For the record, Goatus is not affiliated with my chat rules either. Goatus is a swell dude.
I'm a pedo on my own time.
Hey man, that's goals to be dating everyone in the chat, man.
Yeah, I figured it was like the best way for me to feel good about myself. I'm like, what if I just say that everyone who talks is dating me, and then everyone agrees to it? So I mean, I don't know. There we
I
go.
love it.
I mean,
that's awesome.
It's a legally binding contract. Goatus, what about you? You doing anything this week or?
Dude, I've had a pretty mild week. It was actually really enjoyable because I've been like swamped with work.
Nice.
So finally had some time to like just breathe and like stay home and be lazy. Get ready. Diego doesn't obviously know this, but I got my first kid on the way, so she'll be here in October.
Dude,
And,
congratulations. That's
thank
amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, so getting ready for baby, that's gonna be a whole thing. Keeping her away from Jordan, obviously, is my number one priority. Yeah, so yeah, just been busy with that stuff, but it's been good. It's been good.
That's awesome.
Playing a lot of video games. It's good.
Are you excited? What's going through your head as you're about to have your first kid? What's that like?
I'm just thinking like as long as I don't do as much psychological damage as my parents did to me, I'll be okay.
I feel that.
You said you're from New York.
I am. New York
Where
City.
about?
Queens kid.
Okay, so I'm from upstate. I'm from Saranac, but my family was like grew up in Long Island.
Nice.
In Hempstead is where a lot of my family's from. So you know, like that, like certain way New York families like raise you.
Yep.
Like, it's very hard to explain to somebody that hasn't been around it. Like where
It's
everything
very,
sounds angry, but it's not.
Yep.
Like, but that causes a lot of damage. I think there's a lot of.
I think it definitely depends on the person. I think I took it the opposite way, so I'm like super independent because of it, and I'm super loud,
it's good.
So
it's good. So my wife is from Chicago. She's from like a suburb, like this real like Midwestern, like super Midwestern town. And the first time she ever came to New York, it was for my grandmother's 80th birthday, and like
nice.
You could only imagine the Italian yell fest that was.
Nice.
And she was so overwhelmed, and she didn't leave me. So I was like, all right, I should probably marry her. Because
I gotta ask, does she happen to follow baseball? And if she does, is she a Chicago Cubs fan?
She is a Cubs fan.
Oh,
She
for
is a
real?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
She's a Cubs fan by default because she hates the White Sox.
I love that. I hate the White Sox too. That's gorgeous. Yeah,
She's
I'm
not even a
diehard
sports
Cubbies
fan.
So
Yeah, she's not even like a sports fan per se.
right.
But when she was little, her dad took her to a White Sox game because like every time they win, they like hit a home run, they do the fireworks.
Yep.
And they didn't score. They lost. They got blown out.
Man.
No fireworks, and she's hated the White Sox since. So,
oh wow!
There you go.
I love it. Cubs all day. I've been following them since I was a kid. So my dad indoctrinated me, and I've just been hooked since.
Okay.
I always wished I was more into baseball, but I don't know. Being from North Dakota, we don't have any sports teams, so it's actually we got into football because the Vikings are kind of close, but the Twins are also close. But apparently the Twins suck.
Ooh, okay.
So Iskar's coming in with that subscription right there. Look at those alerts. We have alerts now, and they're not obstructive. They're obstructive when I point them out like that. But
ooh, that's nice. I'm gonna have to like steal that idea.
You can
Not that
easily
exact look, but
you could steal it, and you could steal the look if you want to, because I got it from Stream Elements. So just go to Stream Elements, free.
oh, what?
It's that easy. That easy to set
yeah.
up. You know how easy? I copied one browser link, not like multiple ones
Okay.
for each one. I copied one browser link, pasted it. It did everything else for me.
Oh, so it's kind of like the whole chat browser thing you get off Stream Elements then.
It's awesome.
Nice.
It's so easy.
Got it. Awesome.
But no, I was talking to my buddy Chase today, and he was talking about how he's a bartender now, so he needs to like fake like every sport pretty much.
Yeah, I feel that heavily. I know what that's like.
And they like come in and they're like, can you believe the Twins like traded this dude or something? I don't know. Apparently they did something stupid. And he was like, yeah, cannot believe it, dude. What a dumb move. And he has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, I know what that's like. Yeah, I used to follow football, and then my New York Giants, which is who I followed at the time, right?
Yeah.
Won 2 Super Bowls in middle school, and after that I was like, wait, we won twice already. Why am I still watching? Like, I made it. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, we already made it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. I stopped watching football ever since middle school. So
What? So are you not gonna watch the Cubbies anymore? They won.
It's funny. I love the Cubs so much that I'm gonna keep watching them. There's so much history behind me in that team. I will say, not gonna lie, most of baseball's pretty boring. I hope no one hates me for that. But the Cubs do something different than any other baseball team. They make it interesting because they usually come back, and it's like some of the most insane comebacks you'll see in baseball.
Wait, so you're telling me that the Cubs make it interesting because they suck in the first half?
Yeah, they usually either suck or they go even with the enemy team, and then whatever, I don't know what they do. They drink coffee, they do something.
I
They
absolutely
get
love the
fired, and
reference.
boom.
I love the reference of the other team as the enemy team, by the way. I think that's phenomenal. That's like such a gamer mannerism. Like the
Yeah.
enemy team.
Yeah, dude, the enemy team, man. That's all those years of playing League of Legends right there.